Hey everybody, welcome to Mammoth Interactive's YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for watching this video. And remember that this channel doesn't do Patreon. Instead, we sell our digital courses down below. And every single dollar that we get from the products you buy below goes into making more content. The best way to help out this channel and Mammoth Interactive is to subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. Get thousands of hours and hundreds of courses for a low price down below. We have a monthly option and a yearly option. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the video.
Okay, in this video, we're going to use some curves to create some basic cutlery, or I guess some wine glasses will work pretty well for our needs right here. Just going to delete all these pieces here. We're going to go into the side view. I'm going to go click Shift A, create mesh. That's well, not mesh, create curve. We're going to create a single path. Pretty good. Now, since we're in the side view, the line has been actually created in the top to bottom view right here. We're going to just spin this on, let's say, y-axis. We're going to go 90 degrees. And in here, we can go into the side view. Now we have the ability to kind of play around or mess around with the angle of this curve. Now I'm going to turn on snap mode, so it'll make it easier for us to sort of blend our wire to the grids right here. Just going to also turn on the gizmo for move. Let's grab this point. Let's move this out. I'm going to try and make a sort of chalice. Let's maybe shift the points here. I'm going to move this to the bottom. Maybe compress this a little bit, like so. And for the bottom stem area of our chalice, probably need to shift this out. I'm also going to kind of bring this up a little bit. Let's go like halfway point. Grab these 3 points right here. Pull it out, like I guess one grid space right there. And we're going to bring this guy up. Let's extrude this. Let's go like somewhere like this, seems good. Extrude this downwards and extrude it back into the sort of center point. You can click on tab, jump out, and look at how our line is looking. It's a little bit wide at the bottom. Probably like fix this a little. I'm gonna also press this down, make it longer, and let's go, I guess make this point a little bit closer, or we can just snap it onto the point right here to sort of turn it into a sharper point. Check it out. It seems about right. Still feel like we should try make this a little bit thinner right there. And yeah, now usually there's a sort of concave at the center right here. I'm just gonna bring this guy up like one grid over there. So when you do turn everything, it should make it so everything is well, everything is symmetrical. I'm gonna bring this up a little. Actually, no. Let's see what it would look like over here. Push it in a little. Yep. Okay, so this is gonna be the wire for the outline of our chalice or wine glass. Next up, we're going to go into the modifier section. I'm going to use the screw modifier, and as you can see, it turned our sort of piece into this horrendous sort of plate right here. Now we can change up the axes. Let's see, Y. Nope. Sort of flipping that piece that we have. Go to X, and there you go. We have our chalice right here. Now the reason why it didn't set on the Z-axis is because we flipped our curve from the top to bottom view onto its side, so the screw modifier kind of can't really identify that orientation. So you'll need to make sure that the rotation over here on the y-axis is back to 0, or you apply it at 0. So once you go into the z-axis, it should automatically turn it into a chalice. I'm just going to click on Control A, and we're going to fix the all transformations. As you can see, the chalice is built and the rotations where everything has been set to 0, and there you go. Now you can increase the amount of smoothness you have on this object as well by increasing the amount of steps, as you can see right here. I think 16 looked okay, 24 is okay too. But yeah, there you go. Simple sort of chalice, or I guess a object that you've created right here. We can go into edit mode and continue tweaking sort of the pieces or the angles of certain points to kind of make it look better. But right here we have is a pretty decent looking chalice. And yeah, that's just a way of creating these complex shapes, or it kind of only works more with I guess symmetrical type of items that you want as a rounded object. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're going to continue on with adding on to our collection of glassware. Let's just close off this piece right here. I'm going to create another piece here. Let's go with a glass plate, or just plate. And for the first collection, I'm going to call this wine cup. And well, it's more like a chalice, but whatever. Let's go into this section. Let's go ahead and let's create Shift A. Let's go with a simple path. And we're going to do the same to this guy. We're going to flip it on the side. Or you know what? We could just make it on the top view. But you know what? Never mind. I like working in the side view for some reason. Let's go over here. I'm going to set this Control A. We're going to set transform right off the bat, so you don't have to worry about changing it later on. Let's go into the side view. Go into edit mode. Let's go grab these points and move this. Say like right here. And I am going to grab this point. I'm going to slightly collapse it downwards. Let's bring this over here. Bring this piece to the center. Bring this to the top. And this point, I'm going to make it so that it is sort of right here. I'm going to slightly shift this a little bit over here. Maybe move this up a little bit more. This is going to be like the center of the plate. Should make it a little bit more of a gradual kind of piece right here. Actually, no. Just extrude this outwards and extrude it again. So we get a sort of sharper point right here. We're going to object mode. You'll see that it is a lot more kind of edge cut type of feel to it. And we're gonna slightly bring this a little bit higher, closer. Check it out. Okay, now I'm gonna move these points just slightly higher, and we get like this nice dish-like structure. Probably need to clamp it off and just set it to the center. I'm gonna go into the edit mode, extrude upwards, and extrude all the way to the center. Check it out. There you go. We have sort of a dish. Probably want to, you know what? I'm going to make sure that it is slightly more curved upwards. Somewhere like this. Check it out. It actually does not look good. Right, push this, extrude it, and place it one grid downwards. And something like this will be fine. Extrude it all the way to center. Check it out. Okay, that seems more like a piece that can actually hold food. We could sharpen this up again, you know, just make it more compressed together. I'm gonna go back in the side view, click G, and just gonna place it closer. Okay, yeah, it's more sharper. Looks more like a proper dish. And I guess we could slightly shift this. Let's see, this point. Yeah, let's make it so that it's sharpened. And probably bring it down. Ooh, it's kind of collapsing on its own. I could use that. I'm going to take this piece now, and we're going to use the screw option, or a screw modifier, turn that on. And as you can see, we have a fairly decent plate. Let's go into the side view, edit mode. Could probably increase these points, maybe make this a little bit more of a better saucer looking shape. And this angle, bring it up like half or right there. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And there you go. We have a pretty decent saucer. And increase the amount of steps in between. And again, this is sort of just creating, it's helping you create the basic sort of base asset, or like the base mesh. Once you get like the amount of like detail or like the silhouette close enough to your object, you could turn this into a mesh or convert it into a mesh and then throw in additional details later on. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our second piece of glassware, or our plate right there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now previously we played around with the NURB curves, and we created our objects, the chalice and our plate right here. Kind of forgot to mention that we should probably turn on the merge option right here, just in case, because the screw modifier is actually basically taking the curve right here and setting it in a 360-degree angle right here, turning every single sort of mesh area into this line. As you can see right here, it's actually not connected. You can actually decrease the amount of connected mesh right here, and it is, you can kind of turn it into a cutout. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that the merge is actually on, and we can apply it. Actually, we can't. I forgot. We got to make sure that this object is converted from the NURB curves into a actual sort of mesh. And once you do that, it will turn this. Well, it will apply the object modifier right here. So we're just going to right click and convert to mesh. And as you can see, the modifier is no longer there. And also, if you click on the tab, you'll see that we can now see the actual mesh of our object. There is a slight hiccup right here. As you can see right here, our object is crazy high in the subdivisions on the bottom section. That is because the NURB curves, they kind of take into account all the little minor curves, and it just adds on the amount of like edge loops onto your object. It's kind of harder to control with that. Sometimes it's actually easier to just simply create something from the mesh type of option. Now we can do that. We're just going to create a new layer right here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new mesh. Let's go with a simple cylinder. I'm going to move this above, and let's right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Let's go to the side view. I'm going to scale this guy down to very sort of shortened height right here. This is going to be the bottom of our plate. I'm going to increase the size, scale Shift Z, so we're not affecting the height of that. And then we're just going to go into edit mode. I'm going to grab the top face. Let's go here, extrude scale. We're going to scale it out and just slightly pull it up a little bit. And we're going to extrude upwards, create the top face of our plate. Now, as you can see, there is a difference between the plates. Ooh, this is a very big difference. But yeah, as you can see, the plate with the NURB curves, because it sort of specializes in curves, it has a much smoother look to it. You're able to do more with it. But with the mesh type of plate right here, we're able to control the amount of subdivisions a lot more. It's easier to kind of keep track of all the things. Anyways, let's just continue on with playing around and sort of making our new plate right here. I'm going to right click, set this as poked face, make sure it's done right there. Now the top side, we're going to slightly bend it inwards to turn it into a concave shape. Just going to go ahead and extrude scale. I'm going to scale it to around the, I guess, the bottom size right there. Let's go into wireframe, and I'm going to scale this down. Just going to the top view. Seems about proper size. And I am just going to go ahead, let's go back into solids. I'm going to grab the two edges on the ends of our plate, Control B, add in a bevel onto these, and that way we can just simply grab this face, push it down to create this nice little concave shape, not too far so it doesn't clip through to the other side, and jump out. Check it out, we have a basic plate right here, and we can detail it even more by just adding more bevels to give it a more gradual kind of slope right here. Let's grab these edges, Control B, and I guess I should probably scale this outwards, or double click G, just let it slide up instead. And there you go. Let's cap off the end face right here. I'm going to grab this central face, scale it down maybe even more. Let's push it down just a... No, I'm not going to push it down. So right click, poke face, check it out. There you go, we have sort of this plate-like structure. Now the sort of edges, or the ends of the top, let's double click G and slide it closer so you get more of a kind of beveled look to it. Add in more bevels, make it smoother over here on the edges. Not too much. Let's grab the bottom one, Control B. Add it in. Seems about right. Could add in another central sort of edge loop, scale it outwards just a tad bit to round it out. And there you go. We have sort of this plate. And we can also just go into face mode, click all, right click, and smooth shade this. And there you go. You have a plate that is almost on par with the one that we've made in curves. Probably need to add a few more sort of bevels here and there to create the sort of cut over here. Control B, just add in a slight bevel right here. Maybe this one as well. Give it a nice edge. There you go. And yeah, there you go. We have another plate. And I feel like working on this plate in the mesh mode over the NURB curves might take some more time, depends, but it can basically make the same equal type of object doing this type of method right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this course. If you want to watch the rest of the course, the link is down below. Not only will you get the access to this course, but you'll get access to a lot of other courses in a huge bundle. And it's on sale today. So buy before the sale ends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.